The Toronto Transit Commission, otherwise known to all Torontonians as the TTC, is an integral part of the day-to-day lives of millions of people. Recently named the best public transit agency in North America, over 270 million people ride the system every day, and many of them are people with disabilities. But just how do these people with disabilities or impairments of any kind use the TTC? Well, during a recent interview with Brad Ross, spokesperson and PR director for the Commission, I had the time to ask him about the focus for the system and how it went towards creating a more accessible mode of transportation for people with disabilities. This is what he had to say.
It's constantly it's continuous improvement, I guess is what I would say. We are continually adding elevators to the system to make it accessible. The entire network, subway stations, will be accessible by 2025. That's the law. Our streetcar fleet is increasingly becoming accessible. The new low-floor streetcars, as slow as they are to arrive from Bombardier, do make the streetcar network for the first time accessible to people in mobility devices, for example.
When asked about how these improvements would benefit the more broad user base, he had this to say.
Well, we are, society is, people age, people get older. You may be young and able to get around without any issues today, but that may not always be the case down the road as we get older. As population ages, we know that, more and more people are going to require assistance in getting around, and so we are thinking ahead to the future where we have an integrated transit system that takes care of people who, may need a paratransit service like Wheel-Trans. There will always be that door-to-door service. It will always be there because there's going to be a segment of our ridership and our customer base who are unable to use a conventional system for whatever reason, and that's fine. We acknowledge that and accept that. But there are some who actually want to have that freedom to be able to and can use the conventional system, the subway, streetcars, and buses.
Of course, the TTC has been focused on accessibility for all of its riders for a very long time. In recent years, we have seen further integration with other transit systems in the GTA like MyWay and Go. Presto is also now available on every bus and subway station in Toronto and can also be used in the aforementioned transit systems as well as many others. Ross also mentioned a 10-year plan for the Wheel-Trans system, a division of the TTC specifically for those with mobility issues, but could not comment on the specifics of what it might imply. Suffice it to say, however, the Commission is thinking long-term about what needs to happen next. Whatever comes next for the TTC in the coming years, we as Torontonians can only hope that it continues to improve. This is Jacob Brooks, Humber News, signing off.